What's up, YouTube? This is your girl, Aisha, aka iMac, aka Angel Eyes, aka Isha. I got all type of names, but you guys can call me iMac. That's been my latest and longest lasting nickname. Aisha, I-E-A-S-H-A. That's how you spell it. Anyway, I wanted to come today to give a review about my mommy makeover and just kind of, give women who may be interested insight on how that process works, pricing within the state. I live in Dallas, Texas. My surgeon is in Southlake, Texas. I did not fly overseas for any cheap operation, although some people that go over there, save money and look great. But I also seen bad reviews and botch reviews, bad experiences and botch reviews. And if I'm going to pay any money and go under the knife and risk my life, I'd rather do it to a licensed doctor who has his certificate and board certified, and not just we're overseas when you can't really verify it or not for sure, and then you're out of the country away from family during healing. The flying process is so traumatizing just thinking about it. So I'm going to explain to you guys my process, my views, and my thoughts. So first thing first, I did my research. So this doctor that I went to for this process did my first round because my sister went to him originally. My oldest sister, she went and had a 360 lipo and arm lipo. And I just had 360 lipo and a breast augmentation with no implants because I wanted to look natural. And that procedure went well. However, I had some complications with tearing on the breasts, and the splits was garbage because I didn't follow my doctor's step by step and rules, and I didn't ask questions and just did things without him knowing. So I recommend to anybody who is wanting surgery to do your research and talk to your doctor about any thoughts. If you want to get massages, ask him, is it okay? If you want certain areas massage, ask if it's recommended. If your doctor says no, don't do it. The last thing you want to do is spend thousands of dollars to have scarring and lumps and things that don't, look right. You want to listen to your surgeon, okay? They are very educated. They do what they do well. And if you follow their rules and do what you're supposed to do and have the right amount of protein, water, and rest, you'll be fine. So, long story short, I had that procedure done, and then I had a baby, 2 years later? So that procedure was in 2017, January, and then I was pregnant June of 2019. Thought I met the love of my life. I was gonna get married. I was like, oh, moved too fast. Should have got the ring first. Anyway, long story short, I decided to have my baby because I want another baby. I have an older, now I'm 13-year-old, and then my youngest, sorry about the noise. Somebody is trying to show off in their slingshot or whatever outside my place. So anyway, I have an oldest son. I have two boys. My oldest son is 13. I had him fresh out of high school. I was 18. And, my body was still nice and tight, but I wanted, over time and years of eating and things like that. And I always been in a gym, not just strictly in a gym, but I always made sure I got some type of workout in at least 3 times a week. So, I just noticed, I can enhance my figure, so why not? So I invested in my body, and then I looked great. Even though I had the scarring on my breasts, my body looked nice and tight. And then I had my youngest son, who's now 1, Dior, and that did a lot of stretching and stress on my body. So, after 6 months, I did a consultation with my doctor, Dr. Vandemeyer, Michael Vandemeyer. You can find him on Instagram or Facebook. He is the best in Texas to me. After I did research on other doctors here in Texas, and there were some great doctors who I was considering in Columbia, but again, it was just the risk for me of flying overseas and also the price, and you know, just I'm scary, y'all. So I wanted to go to somebody who my family went to, was recommended. I've seen his work. I've been to him before. I met his wife. Him and his wife are business partners. She's pretty much a surgeon herself. She's in the operation room. She does the consultations for the most part. Her name is Andrea. I love them. Hi, Venomyers. So anyway, I went in for the consultation. I had to at least be 6 months post-op. And they gave me a quote for Mommy Makeover, which included, they told me I didn't need lipo anymore. My stomach fat wasn't that bad. It was just stretchy because I had a baby. And Dior, I gained the most weight. I had reached over 200 pounds. I've never been over 200 pounds in my life. Even when I was pregnant with my first son, I think the most I've weighed was like 190. But with Dior, I was like, I want to say 220. I may be exaggerating, but I was over 200. And he basically said I didn't need the lipo. I just needed a tummy tuck. And at first, when I was considering a tummy tuck with my first round of procedure, he told me I didn't even need a full tummy tuck because I didn't have that much body fat. He told me that I could get a mini tuck, but this time he was like, no, you need a full tuck. So I had got quoted for a full tummy tuck and another breast augmentation so that they can remove the scarring that was on my breast. And this time I wanted volume because before I had a reduction or augmentation, which is a lift, where they take the excessive skin off to make it sit up and be perky. And I was already small, so I was like a B cup. So I was like, I want some volume. So I added implants, and how the consultation went was, you know, he looked at all the skin on my stomach and told me his recommendations. He looked at my breasts and the scarring, and, you know, I told him what I wanted. And he's very honest. You know, he told me, he was like, listen, there's no, because he showed me different silicones, and I chose the gummy plants, which last over 10 years. And they're just the most popular one. You're going to get your bang for your buck. You don't want to do silicone. It's cheap. So, he showed me different sizes, and, you know, he asked me what I was looking for, and I showed him a picture of a good size, you know, that was popping. It wasn't too big. It was beautiful. And he told me, you know, listen, there's not a certain cup you can just pick and say, hey, I want this cup. I want to be this size, because once you put that implant under the muscle, because it don't just go in the skin, it goes under the muscle to make it, you know, like it's yours. And he was like, I can try different sizes. Show me the picture you want. And then depending on how the fitting is, when I'm trying the menu, I'll know which one is perfect for you. So I just showed him an idea of what I wanted in breast size. And I had no idea. I guess because I'm a little curvy. I'm 5'6", about 175. And my breast cup ended up being the 550 cc's. That is huge. I didn't think that, but on my size, you can't really tell that my breast is that big. It matches my body. Everybody's different. And my bra size right now is a 36 triple D. I've never been a triple D in my life. I've been a C cup. I went down to a B cup. And growing up, I was always an A cup. So I was like, when they woke me up from operation, it was like, you're 550 cc's. I was like, what does that mean? I didn't know what that meant. That was like, go get sized after you heal completely, and then you'll know. And I told my sister, because she had her breast done in Colombia, she was like, oh my God, that's so big. And her boobs was big to me, and she told me her cc's was smaller. But again, it's about body size. Mine looks smaller than hers. But anyway, I went and got size at Neiman's Marcus, and that's the bra size that I am. So, one moment, you guys. My baby's coming.